Evening all. Nice Dixon the Dot Green, welcome. Okay, well I'm just going to chat for you for a little while we build an audience, hopefully. So let me tell you what I've been doing this week. Oh yeah, Sunday. Sunday I flew to Bordeaux and then on to Cognac to meet Mr. David Paul. So that was good. Had a good Sunday there with his lovely wife Emily and his son, and then Monday went round the Cognac factory. That was very nice at Martel. Enjoyed that. Welcome everyone. Tina, Martin, Jim, Neil, Shane. Tuesday flew home from Bordeaux. Wednesday, part 3 training all day with my great PDI Peppy. Hello Jay, James, Chris. Evening. Oh, numbers are building up nicely. So I'm going to try to make tonight, I don't know if it's possible for me to do that. I know, Christian, I let Arsenal fans on here. Good evening, Sheila. But Sarah, Sarah, I'm surprised you must be out the tunnel then, on your way back from France. Martin, right, I'm going to try and make this as quick as I reasonably can because I've got such a hard life. I've just come back from France and I'm off to that wonderful place which is very similar to Cognac, called Daventry, for 4 days to play golf at a 5-star hotel. So that's tough life, but someone's got to have it. Tan's getting there, laugh out loud. Yeah. Okay. Sarah, are you waving? That's what I know. If you're driving past my house, you should be waving. So I'm going to talk about constructing learning tonight. So, and I think when we're talking about constructing learning, what we're looking at is what the student currently believes, and whether it is correct or incorrect. It's important to know, isn't it? So we need to start with this sort of thing is finding out what they believe in, because we can give them all the same learning experience. Imagine if you gave them all the same learning experience, that one size fits all, but every learning experience creates individual meaning, and the only person who holds that individual meaning is the learner themselves. So even if you gave them all a one-size-fits-all package, they're all going to interpret it differently, and we're not going to do that anyway. Hello, Derek. So what we have to remember, it's a bit like a journey, and in the beginning where they're understanding or constructing a meaning of their learning, it's an active process. But not only is it an active process, it's a continuous process. It's ongoing, and they're going through change, and the learning will involve some conceptual changes, and of course their ideas and views alter over time as they gather information, work things out for themselves, and so it is always a changing process. Evening Jamie, evening Paul. And I suppose during that change, learners construct new meanings. They don't always believe those meanings, you know, and they don't always believe what you tell them. I know you know this. They may accept those new meanings sort of provisionally until they can work it out for themselves, or they could even reject it. And I should imagine some of those learners do reject it. Hello Karen, welcome. So we've got to remember that learning is not passive but active, and it all depends on the student taking responsibility for their learning. So this is what we're doing in constructing learning, and there is a process, and the process starts, I suppose, with the goals. Evening Danny. What is going to be learned? You know, that's the start of the process, and this is preparing them for new ideas. But we need to also work out the entry level, what they think now. And I suppose we also ought to be prepared for some strange ideas that may inhibit learning. I mean, because they come to us with their own beliefs and opinions. And we need to work out how to correct any misconceptions they may have. So what happens then is they start to restructure their own learning. And it's their responsibility. What you do is you facilitate that learning process. And you lead it. You direct it, and you make it go towards the end goals. And during this process of learning, what you're looking to do is design activities or have discussions, especially, for us around the higher level of the GDE. Evening, Ronnie. So you probably all know about levels 1, 2, 3 and 4 of the GDE matrix, and how important it is really to involve all 4 levels in your training. And if you don't know, go to the Tri Coaching Partnership website, www.tri-coachingpartnership.com. Have a look at our resource section, and you'll find loads of information about the goals for driver education. So Martin Levin's just popped up with Cultivate. Yes, it's planting seeds, it's growing. So what then happens is, and you may remember this from previous talks I've done, but the learner tries ideas in different situations. And I suppose you could write, that's about experiential learning. And working and getting them to work out what's happened, what's new, what did they notice, what were they aware of. And then during this process, at stages, they're going to review and reflect the changes that they've made from the beginning of their learning. And so I suppose in a way that sums up the process. So tonight, I know it's short and sweet, but I've really got to go and do my packing. And then next week, I go straight from Daventry to Newport Pagnell, where we've got 4 days of the BTEC Level 4 in coaching for driver development to develop. And I get home again next Thursday. So if anyone wants to come and rob me, I'm away for a week. Don't forget to clear up after yourselves. That'll be very handy. I'm taking everything valuable with me, so you won't find anything worth nicking. But never mind. I suppose you can always come and burgle my hotel room. If you can find my number, Carol, you can come and burgle it. Martin Lever feels my pain. Yeah, I know, it's a tough life, mate. It's a tough life. I've got to get up. I've got to pick my son up at 10 to 8 tomorrow morning. It's an early start. And then I've got at least 2.5 hours drive to Daventry. So I hope you found that journey into constructing learning useful. There is some useful tips there. And if you wanted to look up about what I've been talking tonight, it's framed in a learning model called constructivism. And so that's what I was talking about overall. So hope you found it useful. I think it very much relates to what we do as driving instructors. And so I'm going to love you and leave you, everyone. Sorry it's so short and sweet, but needs must. Okay, so to the boys, you know I love you. But to the girls, I'm always going to love you more. Bye, everyone. Be good. Have a great week.